I'm currently staying in a remote part of the United Kingdom, taking a break from work, which means more time to pursue my hobbies, one being photography. I had scoped out a creepy-looking tree formation in a nearby forest and set up my camera and tripod as the sun was coming down, for that extra creepy vibe. As I'm happily taking photos, I see a woman pass the entrance to the arched trees. This woman had parked her car next to mine when I arrived. She went past a couple of times, looking at me for prolonged periods each time she passed. I assume she wants to come up this path but sees that I'm taking photos, so she decides to walk elsewhere. Approximately 5 minutes go by, and she appears again, this time walking towards me, dragging her left side slightly with this strange limp. She stops once and stares at me for a few seconds, then starts walking towards me again. I ask her if she's okay. I'm starting to put my camera away at this point and readying my tripod to use for self-defense if necessary because the vibe I'm getting is way off. And she starts grunting at me, then stops and stares again. It's at this point that this woman is close enough for me to realize that she's actually a man in women's clothing with a wig. An uncomfortable moment passes, and she starts grunting again, walks towards the edge of the path, grabs a pile of leaves and starts throwing them around, grunts some more, and then walks off aimlessly into the forest. I call my friend to tell her what has happened and ask that she stays on the phone in case this person comes back. I'll just take a couple more photos, and then I'm out. For a good 10 minutes, I hear the crunching of leaves circling me in the forest, and I just convince myself that it's the wildlife. Then, silence. I took the photos and I haven't seen or heard the person for around 15 minutes now, so I assume I'm safe. I leave the path and see that the car has gone. However, I very quickly notice that there is a man walking towards me from the entrance. It's the same guy. He has changed into men's attire, and as he walks past me, he shoots me a grin that sends shivers down my spine. I don't scare easily, but this guy just gave off all of the wrong signals, causing this overwhelming feeling of dread to wash over me. I'm still on the phone at this point and holding my tripod over my shoulder just in case. I quickened my pace and got back into my car. As I did so, I saw him come out of the lane I had been down, stop and look around, then start walking towards my car with intent. This part is all on video. I video for a while and then get out of there, driving past his car that he had moved down the road and thinking, what in the world just happened? Limping, leaf throwing, forest stalker. I hope we don't meet again. I'll tell you a little bit about my life growing up. I'm originally from Colorado, and I lived there for 8 years before moving. We moved when I was 8. My mom and my biological father got a divorce before I was born, and my mom met my stepdad when I was only 2 months old. Now we're a happy family without any issues. With whatever is happening, it's been a year now. It chills me to the bone just thinking about it, It started when I was about 14. At first it was nothing. I was always just shrugging it off like it was nothing until about 6 months ago. It has started out as someone watching me or giving me little notes asking me if I liked neighbors. It's creepy, I know. It was once a week. That's when I started to get texts daily asking me the same thing over and over. They would stop whenever I asked them who they were. I started to feel a bit scared. I shrugged most of it off, but that didn't help. Now, it's gotten worse to the point where someone follows me. I would always look behind me walking home from school, and I would notice someone standing at a crosswalk. I didn't know that they were following me until I had looked back a few months ago. I haven't seen the person since then up until a few days ago. I saw the same person, but they were following me from the other side of the street. I got home as quickly as I could. It turns out that my stalker is my neighbor. I was a bit scared, and I would stay up in my room until the lights were off next door,